might have been a little bit off balance on that shot right there, Mike. Just kind of look at the monitor in front of him.
Well, I do have some personal information here on him. He was out all afternoon down at the city park shooting, trying to get that touchback, and maybe we ought to have a moment of silence for him to see if he can hit that.
Well, I'll tell you, Ben had a tough night last night, I know, and he wants to get back on the right track. And I know you talked about last week there, maybe thinking about changing his nickname from Bingo Benny to DJ Benny, not Dr. Julius Weymouth, but Dow Jones Weymouth, because he's up and down, huh?
You bet.
And we'll get him back in the ball game here tonight.
Who's going to draw first blood?
Looks like maybe Frontier just cut that guy's eye open on that first blood shot right there. But Frontier ball. The JV, I might add, Mike, won tonight over Frontier at 55-42. Eric Crowell scored 13 points, and Brian Fine scored 13 points. Last night, they also, the junior varsity, won over West Lafayette. As you see, the big rebound by Trent Provo. Last night, the JV won over West Lafayette 63-58, and Ryan Crabb led the team with 24 points, and Brian Fine had 13. Can't find one to go in, Mike.
Both teams struggling a little bit. Had a few shots, just aren't falling. Got a good crowd here tonight, Mike.
Big crowd, loud crowd here. Homecoming, 1991, Staggs Gymnasium. You see the guy at the ball right there, Mike, is one of the better ball players that has been playing in the past for Frontier. And you'll see that brace on his knee. Big shot by Rick Hollywood Cosgrave. He's had some surgery on that knee. I know the kid pretty well. I know he has in track and football. He's sometimes had some problems with that knee, but right now it looks like he's playing pretty strong. That'd be Jeremy Deno, number 30 for Frontier.
Dunker. Jeremy Dunker.
I'm sorry, what'd I say?
Deno.
That's the wrong guy.
He's our quarterback,
Jerry Dunker.
remember?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Got to keep straight on these names.
Yeah, it can get confusing.
Yep. Nice big block by Trent Provo, but the ref said might have hit him with his arm there.
Yeah, a little bit. Indians hold a 2-0 lead on the Falcons as Rick Cosgrave came up with a steal to kind of put the jinx on the first team to score.
Todd Whitnauer is the shooter, a 6-foot senior for Frontier. Misses both of them. Big rebound.
Oh, that's Rodney Hall, I believe.
40,
Number
Rodney
40.
Hall.
He's a good-looking sophomore. I believe he's their tight end on the football team.
Just got by one there. Craig Schaefer, number 43 for Twin Lakes, gets a big basket, and that was the foul on number 40 that time. That would be Rodney Hall, you mentioned earlier.
4-2 in favor of the Indians. Craig Schaefer, junior, will try to boost the Indian lead to 3.
Craig Schaefer averaging in 9 ball games, 3.7 points per game. Doing a good job second half of the season here coming on for Rick Snodgrass' team.
No good. Frontier on the rebound. They're going to bring the ball up court quickly. Whitnauer stops. No good. Cosgrave on the rebound. He's going to push it up. Dishes back to Schaefer. Down low to Long. He'll put her up. Got
Good.
it. Long Island for 2.
Ryan, Long Island. A little bit of pressure here. Nice dish.
Oh, nice pass.
Oh, I think it was a travel. Real nice pass by Ed Seago, the 5'10 sophomore, but he passed off to his sophomore classmate there and he got caught traveling.
6-2 in favor of the Indians. A little about 5.5 minutes left to go.
I was going to say 5:17 to go here.
Whoa, Ben Weymouth, he'll try 3.
Bingo, Benny! Found the range.
All right.
He needs that bad, I'll tell you. He just tripled his scores from last night. I think he only had one last night, Mike. He was pretty frustrated. He's talking to Rick Snodgrass this morning, I know, over at the high school during a Pee Wee basketball league. And Rick trying to comfort the kid. He said, you're doing all right. Just hang in there. We're winning. If you have a 30-point game, good. If you don't, well, we'll just find it the next week.
Yeah. There you see the Indians 7-point lead, 9-2. I'll tell you, Seago, number 20, he's giving the Indians some fits right now. He's penetrating well. Quickness is there. I don't know if we've faced maybe a quicker guard other than the McCutcheon tandem there of Hall and Austin, but Sego's doing a good job for the Falcons.
Well, we want to welcome Frontier Falcons here tonight at Staggs Gymnasium. They're under a direction of the first-year coach, Mike Harlow, who is trying to rebuild this Falcon team. Last week in the White County Tourney, White County Invitational, the Falcons did show some signs of becoming a pretty good ball team. And they did take a good look at Delphi squad and Tri-County also down the wire. The Falcons are led, as we mentioned earlier, by center Todd Parrish and guards Jeremy Dunker and Todd Whitnauer. And of course, as you mentioned on top of the show, Mike, a White County matchup. You just throw out the records and expect a good battle here.
You bet. Nine to 4 in favor of the Indians. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here.
Foul on number 30. That'd be Jeremy Dunker. Kid's quite a high jumper, Mike. I watched him when he was a freshman and sophomore, and last year even when he was getting after some post-surgery on that knee that he hurt during the football season. I might add a pretty good football team that Frontier's had last couple of years. And he's a 6'3", 6'4" high jumper at only, no taller than he is at 5'10", 5'11". Pretty good athlete.
Boy, he doesn't look 5'11". Provo, we got a foul.
Well, I might have stretched him. He's only 5'10" here in our program.
They list him as 5'10", but he's pushing that. He just doesn't look 5'10" to me.
I know it was tough on him last year. I talked to him different times, being pretty good friends with him. The good teams that Frontier had the last couple of years, that he would have really liked to be on that club last year, but he was sitting on the sidelines there on some post-surgery work.
He would have fit in well with that team they had. They could have used his talents, I'm sure.
Hey, we got to hit some free throws, Buck. We're not doing very well. 0 for 3, Casey said next to us. We thank Casey for being here. 0 for 2. I looked down here at the team statistics on shooting free throws, and we only shoot 60%, Mike. And I think a good team's got to shoot a lot better than that.
You bet. Trent missed both of those. Yeah, 60% is not very good.
But you look at the opponents. We have some statistics that were made by Scott Simmons, and we thank Scooter for helping us out there. We have some game totals here. Our opponents only shoot 61% from the free throw line. That's kind of surprising. Three-pointer!
Ah,
bingo! We'll take his name back. We'll call him Bingo instead of DJ.
Whose idea was that?
I don't know
Dow
whose
Jones
idea it was.
anyway.
I don't like that Dow Jones joke anyway.
We'll throw that one out.
Yeah, we like Bingo better.
That's right.
Nice lead, 12-4. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. 32.
In and out. Ball on the rebound, puts her in.
That would be Rodney Hall. You mentioned earlier, you kind of like that guy.
I guess he just seems like a real good athlete. As I mentioned, a tight end in football, a good solid basketball player looks like. I would assume he's in some sort of a spring sport, whether it's baseball or track, something of that sort.
Basket no good by Ryan Long Island. Ben Weymouth on a good defensive move down there to knock the ball out of bounds on the leg of the Frontier player. I might add that the varsity coach is Mike Harlow and JV coach is Mike Quick for Frontier. Bingo! No good.
A little short.
The freshman coach for Frontier is Sean McCracken, and their managers are Travis Vitello and Ben Stimmel. Superintendent is Norris Nursty, a name that comes back from a long ways in White County basketball, Mike. Their principal, Doug Leslie, who used to be their AD, a very good friend, and athletic director Vince Burpo. Of course, we all know Vince Burpo, don't we?
You bet.
The
Burp
coach.
The Burp.
Yeah, we saw the Burp down there last week at the Area 4 region selection for All-Star, so it was good to see Vince and their cheerleaders. You'll see them on the sidelines down there doing a good job. No good by Provo. Ball's loose. Collision out in the front court. 32.
Whitnauer
brings the ball back up.
12-8, favor the Indians. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dunker's shot off the rim.
Big rebound by Long Island.
He's gonna drive in, see what happens, shoot.
Slice and dice.
Go!
Good. Ryan, Long Island makes the score 14-8. 4 points for Rick here in the first half.
There
nice
comes
play.
Sego.
Hey, good varsity play there, but it was not an NBA move there.
That's right.
NBA moves don't count in varsity basketball.
Nope. Took that extra step, got nabbed.
But tell you what, nobody stole the ball from him.
Hey, we got a sub, Mike.
Okay, number 15, Josh Simpson in the ball game for Craig Schaefer. Rick Cosgray taking a little break there, and in for him was Jeff Pebble Beach
Pebble Beach.
come in the ball game.
One of my favorites,
Yep.
Pebble Beach.
Jeff Pebble Beach. Well, you probably go there so much you know more about that.
Oh, yeah, we usually try to make it out there once a month at least.
Oh, I'll bet.
There goes long. Whoa,
Nice
little
pass.
dipsy-do there.
We're going to have a two-shot foul. Number 20, Ed Seago, a 5'10 sophomore, fouled Josh Simpson. He gets a chance to get his first point from the free throw line tonight, Mike. Hey, he come off a good ball game against Carroll last week, Mike. I know that he had a couple, 3 games there. He's kind of wondering about his nickname too, probably. But against Carroll, he had a real good ball game. And I know the Carroll coach, I remember hearing him down there on the sidelines last Saturday night. And Letza said to the kids come down to court, he told his ball players from Carroll, said, let that kid go, he don't shoot. All of a sudden, Josh has got 15 points coming off the bench. So the coach is eating his words, I know, after the ball game there.
I tell you, that's one of the strengths the Indians have, was
Bench
demonstrated last night in the West Side game.
We can't brag about our free throw shooting night. 0 for 5 in the first quarter.
I'm sure Rick Snodgrass isn't happy about that. There's Hall.
Number 40.
As we mentioned,
He's got 6 of their 10 points, Mike.
We mentioned in the game last night, Rick kind of emptied the bench a little bit in the third quarter to get some spark into his
Three-pointer, no good.
And it did do the trick as when the subs came in there and he benched the 5, I think we jumped up 7 points. So
Rick
got to
said,
be happy about that.
I talked to Rick earlier this morning, as I mentioned, and even tonight. He says the first time in his 7 years of coach he's ever done that. He said he always wanted to do that, never had a reason to do so. Jerked all 5 of the guys out. Said, you guys stink. You're going to sit the bench. I'm putting 5 guys in. Hey, they held on to the lead. Those guys learned a lesson, we hope. We'll find out tonight. And they stood in there last night to beat West Lafayette, 62-56. Good defense by Provo. You got to get a rebound by Josh Simpson.
Here we go.
Yep. Oh, could have been a reach in. Josh.
Go! And a foul!
And we're going to get a foul on number 40, I think, Mike. That'd be Rodney Hall, 6'4 sophomore. Might have been after the shot.
Excellent shot by Josh. I think it was, I think we'll count the bucket.
Well, I think I saw the referee give a 1-and-1 signal, but I don't think it will be. He said it's after the shot. It's a 1-and-1 free throw.
You're right.
Basket counts.
Whoa. Talk about a turnaround. This could be a 4-point play. Of course, we're 0 for 5 from the free throw line.
And there, just as you say it, we make it.
All right.
Okay.
We're good at doing that.
Well, we're not very good free throw shooters. Maybe you'll miss this one.
Terrible, Josh. That's a terrible-looking shot. 17-10. We're under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. Don't go away. We're going to break for a commercial here pretty soon. You
Okay.
see one of those TV10 sponsors that we have sponsoring hometown basketball.
It worked! Hey, give
All
me
right.
back. All
High
right.
five. Here
Boy,
we go.
we're terrible free throw shooter. We made 2 in a row.
I think this whole team stinks. We're all terrible.
18-10. 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Twin Lakes up 18-10.
There's Seago. Cut through the middle. Frontier missed him.
No, big steal by Rick
Hey,
Cosgrave.
here we go.
All right, let's draw him the first game in the sectional.
Hollywood will take it all the way up. Good!
Good! Woo! Hey, we're having some fun tonight.
You bet. 20-10. Indians up by 10.
Number 44.
Let's get another one, guys.
Oh,
We got a
foul on the back. Check and see who it's going to be on.
That 50?
See what the blonde-haired ref says here. Number 44.
44.
That'd be Jason Lindback, a 6'1 senior.
Mike, as in our last telecast, that beam's in my way. I think I see a 4. Is that a 1-4? 14 seconds
I
left?
think it's 14 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Provo at the line. He missed his first 2 free throws.
Well, he's not a very good free throw shooter either. Maybe he'll make these.
Boy, it's pitiful, isn't it?
That works! Hey! Maybe
Well,
you don't brag on him.
Just so the audience does know, we're not bad-mouthing this team. It's just that usually
We're
when
turning
we
the luck
brag
around.
about them, they miss. So we're just going to bad-mouth them, and
And
they'll
they
make
make
them all.
them. Make 4 for 4 here in a row. All of a sudden, after starting out 0 for 5, we make 4 in a row. So I'll tell you what, we'll take out 4 for 9 free throw shooting in the first quarter. As long as you're putting us on the line, Frontier, we'll go ahead and keep on shooting them. We'll get the 1-and-1 here, and we'll make some more.
You bet. Frontier better get the ball down the court. Stop that man. Parrish will shoot it up. Oh,
no good.
Good thing he missed. We got a foul, though.
I think it might be on White, too.
What are we going to do?
It's going to be into the quarter, so Frontier's going to be shooting a free throw.
What are we going to do? I guess we're going to call her off. Well, hey, we'll be right back after this quick commercial. Don't leave.
Hometown Sports is brought to you in part by the following sponsors. Howard Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, where service is a tradition. Twin Lakes Painting. We paint your home like it's our own. Call 583-6694 for a free estimate. Clark & Moore for the best of custom cut meats, wholesale and retail on State Road 39 just north of Monticello. First National Bank of Indiana. Pay just $3 a month for unlimited transactions with Easy Check. It's simple at First National, a Merchants National company.
We're back. Hometown basketball right here on TV 10.
Got some first quarter stats there. Casey Crabb just give them to me here. Rebounds, Frontier has 11. Twin Lakes has got 10. And individual scoring, Rodney Hall has 6 of the 11 rebounds for Frontier. He has 3 fouls, though, and 6 points. Bingo Benny's got 6 of our 22 points. 22-10, opening the second quarter.
Oh, nice move. Woo!
And it's going to count. Rick Cosgray, a little bit of a new twist in our offense. Started a week ago at Carroll. Kind of freaked Carroll out a little bit too, Mike, when we did that little come around. They set up Benny on the backside over here, and they fall asleep, and old Rick dodges down the old slice and dice move and makes the basket.
Nice move.
Nice play. Big play coming in there.
That's a good play to do at the coming out after half or timeout or end of a quarter or something like that. Really set the other team up well.
That's Rick Cosgray, 6 point. He's shooting a one-shot free throw.
Rick, you're a terrible free throw shooter.
Yeah, he is. Well, he missed that one. We got to get better. Oh, we pick on these guys. It's a good thing these guys all like us.
Yeah. Well, at least we think they do.
I'll tell you what. You know, Mike, I was going to tell you this. We had a big pep station Friday at the school for all the winter sports, girls basketball, boys basketball, swimming, and wrestling. And when assistant coach John Asa introduced these guys, he has different nicknames than we do for these guys.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, but I better not repeat them.
Oh, really?
We'll keep ours. Oh, big steal.
Whoa!
Well,
Josh was up on that one.
Yeah, you sure did.
Well, I'm curious. What were some of these nicknames?
Oh, let's see.
You remember?
Yeah. Brian, Lenny Dykstra, Rothrock.
Yeah.
Okay, that was one of them.
I guess we'll accept that.
Yeah, and they had Ben Downtown Weymouth.
Downtown Weymouth.
Yeah, I had some others down there. I didn't hear all of them. The crowd was cheering so loud at the pep station, I didn't pick up on all the nicknames. But I'll tell you what, there was one that still stuck in everybody's mind, and that was, I believe, Josh. They called him Josh Mustang Simpson, I believe it was.
Mustang.
I'll tell you who it was. The guy that had the same nickname that we gave was Shane, the Flyman Hazelby. So
Flyman.
That must be a sticker for Shane there.
The Flyman.
Scores 24-12 with 7:30 to go in the second quarter.
The Indians getting primed and prepped for a big weekend next weekend as they'll entertain Harrison on Friday night and McConaughey Saturday night.
Right. Big games coming up there. Conference games and across the county rival, McConaughey rather. Nice pass. Basket's good, but number 22, that'd be Christian Pritz. Weymouth for 3, no good. Rebound, number 50 there, Todd Perry, 6'3" junior. 4 rebounds for him, doing a real good job.
Indians maintaining a 10-point lead on the Falcons. Todd Parrish up. Kind of lost the grip there. I don't think Pebble Beach blocked it, but
That was a nice defense by Jeff. Just stood there, held his ground, put his hand up in his face. Nice shot by Craig Schaefer. He got fouled by number...
Nope, he walked.
Oh, call to travel. Okay.
Craig's struggling a little bit on the offensive end.
Okay, that was the third turnover for Twin Lakes that time. I might mention this more than once tonight, Mike, but we want to congratulate that great Twin Lakes 1990-91 wrestling team. Their record this year stands at 10-3, and their team this year came in second in the North White and Lafayette Jeff Invitational and captured for the second year in a row the Hoosier Conference. Also, our coach, Kenny Halson, was named the co-coach of the year at the Hoosier Conference meet. Nice play right there. Ryan, Long Island.
Has a not better pass than
Nice
it was a
dish.
shot.
Woo! Nice dish.
pass by Cosgray.
And the wrestling team, I keep on continuing here. We want to invite everybody to the next Saturday, January 26th, when they host the sectional, which, by the way, Twin Lakes won last year, too. So Kenny Houston have a real good luck here 2 years in a row here. Setting records, winning the conference, winning the sectional. They're a preseason favorite in that sectional. So we, up here at TV10, wish them all the luck next week in the sectional, Mike.
Go get him howdy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's making a lot of friends in the conference. His fourth point there, Trent Provo. He gets phone calls down there in the AD office. I don't know if it's college contracts he wants to sign or if it's other coaches saying, gosh, those guys are so rough and mean. They beat us every year. We don't want to play them anymore. So keep up the good work, you wrestlers out there.
28-14. Indians maintain a 14-point lead. Provo on the rebound. Up to Cosgray. He'll take it in.
Nice pass
off
again.
To Long Island.
Oh, got blocked by the bottom side of the basket, Mike.
Yeah, something like that.
Sixth man on the Frontiers team.
Yeah. Corner of the bank board. Uh-oh, here we go.
Foot race to the basket. Uh-oh, nice pass.
Good!
Go! Hollywood, Rick Cosgray.
All right.
Slice and dice, Sledge-O-Matic right in the middle, and he got fouled. Nice shot there. You see the yellow emblem on Rick and some of the other basketball players' jersey. I'll tell you what that's for. Not only for the men who are fighting overseas, but also we found out here just the last couple days, I have Eddie Greer, a JV basketball player and one of our varsity football players, and also a baseball player. His dad's been reinstated, got called up this last week after the Operation Desert Storm, and will be returning to Virginia for some training on chemical explosive warfare, and he'll be stationed back in Saudi Arabia probably in 2 weeks. So some of these guys supporting Eddie and his dad. We wish him a lot of luck and a speedy return.
Boy, we can all just pray that this crisis over there ends very shortly in a very peaceful way.
Yeah, we've discussed this quite a bit in our class, Mike. You know, I teach U.S. history, and I teach a seminar class of college-bound students, and they're concerned about it. They have family members involved. They have relatives. I mentioned earlier, they also have neighbors involved, and it's something you think about. You hate to see it happen, but you know it's something that has to take place for the oppressed people that we have in other parts of the world that can't enjoy to do some things like we're doing right now here, giving you this basketball game.
Yep, you bet. Hollywood, I believe Casey just held up 8 fingers there. He's got 8 points. Make that 9.
Good shot by Rick Cosgray. Everybody find the bottom of that hoop on the free throw shots. We won't criticize them anymore. We'll brag on them now.
No more bad now.
Okay. They're hitting them now, so we're all right. 31-14, 4:52 to go in the second quarter.
Boom.
Rebound by Ryan Long Island. Had to come down in a crowd of people there.
It's
nice
good.
shot by Ryan Long Island. Twin Lakes getting off to a great start tonight, Mike. That's his 8th point, Rick. Ryan Long has on Casey's stats book over here.
More balanced tonight, seems like. No one player's really doing it. We got about 3 or 4.
Got a foul on number 43, Craig Schaefer, and that'll send Jeremy Dunker, number 30 from Frontier, to the free throw line. There you see a good-looking shot there at the 6'4" junior.
Well, Mike, I think it's an appropriate time. I need to mention that Mike Cobb is in the TV10 doghouse. I hope he's watching this game because, Mike, if you are, you're in for a payback, buddy, let me tell you. He had me convinced tonight that, Mike, you were sick and you were in bed. And you were just not going to make this contest, and I was fearful of my life there because I can't do this without you. And I knew Casey could step in and help out, but I didn't, you know, he didn't know about it. We didn't plan these things. So I tell you, Mike, and I came here, and when I saw your face, boy, I was relieved. And I told Mike Cobb after I saw you that he's in for
He's in the channel,
That's
TV10
right.
Doghouse.
That's right.
Now, his wife there was honored tonight as some of our people shot and missed by Ryan Long there. Brenda Cobb, who at that time was a cheerleader, Brenda Jones at Twin Lakes High School, one of the groups that was honored from, golly, Ned, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
And your group was honored at 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
You're going to interview some of those guys up here. So
I think so.
We'll have a great interview with Mike Crabb and some of his high school buddies from 10 years ago. And homecoming tonight, we honored some of those people.
This will be kind of like who did the This Is Your Life show. That wasn't Art Linkletter, was it? Somebody like that.
Yeah, somebody did
Little
that.
stroll down memory lane.
Well, it's fun to see you guys out there. I don't know, you look pretty good standing out there. It looks like maybe you can still play a little 5-on-5 maybe.
Yeah, hey,
Okay.
you bet. We'll get into that. We joked about playing after the game tonight, maybe, but we'd probably end up with a few
Well, I saw that.
groin muscles.
I saw the WMRS channel 1077 FM radio station. Mark Gamble was out there with Dave Winings and
Yeah.
also Jim Mann sitting right down here in front of us. And those were the people that were honored in that group 20 years ago. And our athletic director, Jack Woodruff.
That's just what I was thinking. Woody was the head coach of that group.
Woody's put his time in here at Twin Lakes, not as only as a coach, but as an athletic director also.
Yeah. I tell you, we were talking about that not necessarily 10 years ago, but our group of seniors, which would be myself along with Kevin Jennings, Chris Dole, Joe Baker, and Kurt Mannion. We won 7 sectional games during that span of 4 years, and we were trying to think if there had been another group of seniors to win that many games. We were in the, well, of course, we won our freshman year.
Okay.
Our sophomore year, we should have won. We got beat by 2 points that year by Frontier in the final game, so we'd won two games to get to there. Junior year, we'd rather forget. We got beat the first game there. And our senior year, we beat both Tri-County and North White to get to the finals against Benton Central. So we did win 7 sectional games, and, you know, you really didn't think about that at the time, but, you know, there's not many teams around in Twin Lakes that have won that many games.
No, I'll tell you what, there was a long stretch here, Mike, for Twin Lakes Consolidated Schools, and we didn't win a sectional game. And that is something. Oh, nice push. They're going to call a charge or not? Nope, they called a block on number 30, Jeremy Dunker.
I don't say that to brag. It's simply just as a kind of a matter of information.
I kind of wonder how many sectional games we've won since then.
Yeah?
I know we've had some pretty good teams here at Twin Lakes, but I'll tell you what, it's a strong sectional over there with Benton Central, who seems to dominate that a lot of times. There's been some good county schools here. Frontier's had some good schools that's had some good teams. Twin Lakes had a couple of good years there in a row that won one and then won one a couple of years later. Twin Lakes is 5 for 11 from the free throw line, and Frontier's 8 for 10. Even though we still hold an 11-point lead, that's one big reason why Frontier's still in this ball game, Mike.
Rick Cosgrave made that one. 34-22, favor of the Indians.
Rick Hollywood Cosgrave's got 10 points there after that free throw he made. Got 2:48 to go in the second quarter. 34-22, Twin Lakes up. Homecoming, 1991 alley-oop.
Hey, what's that?
What are you going to call? What are you going to call, ref? It's an alley-oop.
Oh, wait a minute. I think that official's calling it on Dunker.
Well, now, I tell you what, Dunker was behind him. So what they call a jump ball?
I guess so. The blonde-haired official pointed to who was our man there, Cosgrave, and the other official was looking at Dunker. And then I think they may have chatted there and called a jump ball.
Well, it
Is
looks
that
like
what you do if you have offsetting calls?
I would think you would, because one ref did call a jump ball, and they both did have a hold of it, and Dunker's going in for an alley-oop there, and both of them had to hold the ball at the same time, but they called it a foul over the back on Frontier's Jeremy Dunker. He wanted to kind of have a jump ball there. I'm just glad nobody was hurt. They came down pretty hard both together there, Mike.
Yeah, they did.
Two good athletes here in White County, Rick Cosgrave and the other from Frontier, Jeremy Dunker.
I saw a little note of information in the program tonight. Rick is right on line to break the assist record for a season, and I believe a career assist record also here at Twin Lakes.
I'll be darned. I know Rick broke that record this year for the most intercepted passes in the football season.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that he's had not only just one sport that he's done real well, but he's got two of them here, and he's also plays for your dad's baseball team there pretty well. Slice and dice. Nice move. Hangs on the ball. Twins play behind the back. Right up. It's it. Holy cow. Josh Simpson. Fouled. Puts it in. Guys all over him. There you see the smile on the redhead, number 15, Josh Simpson.
He's a little guy, but he's got a lot of heart. He boosted the Indians' lead up to 15.
Again, Casey gives me continuous statistics here. We're only 7 for 15 from the free throw line, so maybe Josh Simpson here can get us turned around here and even things up.
It's up.
Yeah, good.
And he got it.
That makes us 500 right now.
Well,
8 for 16.
We're still not to our average of 60%. Whoa, look out.
Look out there. That wall come up quick there on Josh. Came across here pretty quick.
That cheerleader, he was doing a tackle, I think, on that cheerleader there for a minute.
Well, I can understand why. There's a couple of them down there. Don't look too bad, Mike.
Now, Mike.
Now, wait a minute. Whoops there.
Daggone it. We're pillars of the community. And here you are talking about the other team's cheerleaders. Hollywood. Woo, baby.
Good shot by Rick Cosgray again, number 31. Dish-off pass by Twin Lakes, another assist.
Boy, I like Hollywood. I'm telling you, you know, anytime you get a guy who's unselfish, who doesn't mind giving up the ball, that, you know, I mean, you just don't find that too often in many players. And Rick certainly demonstrates an unselfish attitude, and he's just a very, very good role team player. And, you know, he can score, obviously, too. Not only can he pass, but he's dumping in a few points tonight also. 40-22, favor of the Indians.
You know, you mentioned about the winning season here at Twin Lakes from last year. I just see the rebound by Ben Weymouth right there, pushing the ball down the court. He's going all the way. It's good. Ben Weymouth, 2 points. The Indians are closing in on their second winning season in a row, Mike. This would make them the team, only the 4th team in Twin Lakes history to have a back-to-back winning season. Quite an achievement and accomplishment for a team which has lost 3 starters, including their leading scorer and rebounder from last season. 3.
Bingo.
No good.
Oh, he's getting up off the floor there a little bit. How long have we been consolidated?
26 years.
So four
I'll probably
teams.
get in trouble if I say that, but we've consolidated in the 63-64 year.
Four teams out of that 26-year history will have back-to-back seasons.
Back-to-back winning season. Tough to put them together, I'll tell you, Mike. We play a pretty tough schedule. You got the Lafayette Conference down there, strong conference. You play those guys every year, and I'll tell you what, the White County teams here, they're not always going to be a win in your bag when you come to see them or whenever they come to see you. And so it's tough to come out that day going 20-game season 10-10. Key to this team's success this year has been their steady leadership from the seniors and the outstanding play from the underclassmen and a solid defense. Also, we might add the bench has always done a good job. No matter who comes off the bench, they seem to do a pretty good job. It'll take these kind of keys tonight to win this game over Frontier. We're ahead 42-22 with a minute left in the first half.
Well, Coach Snodgrass, I know, feels that his elementary program is going to develop Twin Lakes into the perennial powerhouse that maybe a lot of people have been looking for. I know he's a big believer in those little kids.
You know, you mentioned about Rick Cosgray coming in on that assist record. Trent Provo is closing in on a season rebound record. So you think about a guy that's been a freshman, last year as a starter, starting this year, wouldn't take a real strong betting man to guess who's going to have the rebound career record in a couple years, is it?
Not at all.
Substitution, number 35, Shane Flyman Hazelby in for Cosgray, who's got 14 points, I believe. And he gets a little break here with 48 seconds to go in the second quarter.
45 seconds left. Oh, good defense by the Flyman. What's he going to do? What's he going to do?
Whoa, he's going to travel. Double dribble. Hey, he keeps her going, though, Denny. He keeps her going. You like guys like that. Guy plays football, guy plays basketball, heck of a track runner. You like those kind of athletes.
I'd like him more if he was a baseball player.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Yep.
There's one of those baseball players for you. Tripping all over the floor. Fouled the guy. Ryan Long Island, number 25. We'll pick on him here.
He's even a shortstop. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's probably kicked a few baseballs out in the outfield, I suppose.
Yeah.
Probably Buster over there yelling at him. Why don't you run track for right?
I think Dad told me that a few times.
That's right. He probably did.
And he doesn't like you, so you knew he was mad at me.
He might have told you a couple times. He told me 5 times in your life he wanted you to run track. Yeah, we pick on those baseball players, those track runners up here.
Indians up by 20.
43-23. Big game here by Twin Lakes so far.
Frontier, I think, just lacks some experience. I believe they have some talent there. They got a good point guard in Seago. Hall's a good player. He's just a sophomore.
They're going to be a good ball club, Mike.
Yeah, well, Seago's even a sophomore.
Right.
Give them a year. They'll do all right.
Rothrock, good.
He called out.
Rocky, Rock. Puts the ball up there.
Oh, we got to travel.
I think there's 12 seconds left in the second quarter there, Mike. How do you look around that beam and see there?
Yep, I think you're right.
45-24. We'll probably break for a commercial. Then you're going to have a whole crew of guys up here to talk to at halftime.
Trip down memory lane. There goes Seago. He'll go all the way up.
Nice shot by number 20, Ed Seago, 5'10" sophomore for Frontier.
3, 2, 1, count it.
So good.
45-26, Indians lead. We'll be right back after this word. Indians showed good signs there in the first half of getting back on track. We have some first quarter statistics for the Indians. From the free throw line, they're only 50%, 9 of 18. While Frontier was 10 of 13. Frontier very good from the free throw line. Field goals, Twin Lakes again, about 50%, 17 of 33. Frontier, not quite 50%. They were only 8 of 28 from the field. Twin Lakes out-rebounded Frontier 20-19. Not very many turnovers. TL had 6, Frontier 9. 3-pointers, Twin Lakes was 2 of 9, while Frontier is 0 for 1. We got a foul down there on Bingo Weymouth. Leading the Indians attack first half was Rick Cosgrave. The 6'1" senior had 14 points along with 6 rebounds. Ben Weymouth, who's getting back on track here. Him and Ryan Long both had 8 points. And Casey has an interesting statistic here. No Indian player has more than 1 foul.
I'll tell you what, that makes a difference right there, Mike. When you look at a foul situation, see how many times we've been shooting. I remember a thing my dad used to always tell me. He played a lot of basketball for Johnny and Tom Westfall's dad here. And if you're faster than the other team, they're going to foul you. And I think that shows up with the speed that we're showing tonight on Twin Lakes. We're getting behind them, and they got a foul to reach to stop us. Right now, we're not in foul trouble at all, but maybe the speed there has something to show you also. So that's just a good old coaching technique from the White County coach over there, Ross Westfall.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ross.
Ross appreciate that.
Ross probably didn't know he'd be a part of this telecast tonight. 45-28. Favor of the Indians. 7 minutes left to go. Third quarter action here at Staggs Gymnasium. Todd Wittenauer at the line for the Falcons. Makes it.
Do have a note right here for girls basketball, Mike. The JV is 10-4 this year, and the varsity is 13-3. Their sectional's coming up next week, and their last regular season game will be next week. We're going to have a home ball game Tuesday night here at Staggs Gymnasium. Be senior night, so we invite you all to come against McCutcheon, big conference game. And then next Thursday night, they're at North White for their last regular season game. And then the sectional round starts next week, which is here at Twin Lakes. Foul number 20. That would be, of course, Ed Seago. So his third foul. We wish Bob Overman's girls basketball team good luck next week, finishing out the regular season, and good luck in her section round coming up next weekend.
Indian basketball there, or Lady Indian basketball, I guess I should say, having a very fine year.
Yeah, they were honored at the Pep Station the other day, along with the boys basketball team and the wrestling team and the swim team, as I mentioned earlier. And so we wanted to give definitely a plug for all those kids. Good looking shot there, number 25, Ryan, Long Island.
Must have been quite a pep session.
Hey,
Who
we
else
had a
was honored
big
there?
town. I'll tell you, it was a big pep station. We had all the classes were there. The last period of the day, we took a little time out there to honor all these athletes. I'll tell you what, there was a bunch of them down there.
Good thing we're building that new gym so we can hold all of them.
You got a point there.
Weymouth down into Provo. What's he going to do?
Spin, turn, shoot, no good. Rebound, number 40 that time for Frontier, Rodney Hall.
Sure, he's got to put a little touch on that shot there. He kind of hammers it up there like it's a line drive bullet.
Yeah.
Got to develop a little touch. Look out. Oh!
Cheerleader. No, you can't play basketball. You can't catch a ball.
Give us that ball back in there. Daggone Frontier cheerleader.
Yeah, they probably want to steal the ball. I'll tell you what, I was talking to one of their cheerleaders earlier. She said, you know, this has been a long season for us. This isn't a whole lot of fun. And I talked to her and joked there with her a little bit. And I know that Kristen Wesley over there, Doug Leslie's daughter, the AD, used to be the AD at Frontier, now the principal. So I was giving her a hard time. I thought it was worth it.
Well, we don't wish bad luck on anybody, but Frontier is going through a rebuilding year.
And that happens. And it happens to any school. It happens to North White. It happens to Twin Lakes. It happens to Tri-County.
And I think they've been in some games. It's not like they're just getting blown out every game.
No kidding. I know after that White County Invitational, they played a couple good ball games, and you know, 2, 3, 4 point ball game can be turned around by just something that'll happen. But you got a lot of young kids that are being led by only a few upperclassmen. It makes a big difference. These kids are going to be a good ball club. There's a nice shot by a sophomore, number 40. That would be Rodney Hall, 6'4" sophomore. They got some kids going to come around. That's his 9th point, correction, 8th point.
Bingo wants a shot. He'll take it.
Good.
What do we got?
Might be on the back on Twin Lakes here.
Schaefer. I
Okay.
think he's picked up a couple fouls pretty quick.
The varsity basketball team, I might add right here, after last night's win over West Lafayette, is 10-3. The junior varsity, after their tonight's win, they won again big, 55-42. As I mentioned earlier, they're 12-2.
Well, you missed a big party up here at halftime. We were reminiscing and everything.
Hey, listen, looked like a pretty good group of guys to be around.
It was fun.
See all those guys come back here once a year. It's always a lot of fun.
Who made that one? Schaefer?
Yep. Basket, number 43, Craig Schaefer.
Down in front, down in front. Come on,
those
guys.
They're so old they can't move to sit down there. Gee whiz, Kevin Jennings, Chris Dole. They look at them. They try to sit down. They're kind of, oh, boy, my back's really sore.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Got hung up on the old arm there, Mike.
Guess so.
Might also add, I talked to Jerry Green earlier tonight. Their swim team is 3-6. Just finished today, 4th place in the KV Invitational out of 9 teams. Jerry very tickled with that 4th place finish. Their conference is coming up next week. A lot of our winter seasons are starting to wrap up with conference meets and sectionals next week. They have a real good chance. Jerry did say after this week they got a light schedule. They hope that they can win their next 3 meets and be 500. He said their strong meets that they have at the beginning of the year, every year, if you can hang in there, 3-5, 3-6, and finish the season up with 3 or 4 victories, you can break 500. So they've had a real tough season so far, looking for a chance to break 500 here in the next week or so. So we wish them a lot of luck coming up, too.
You know something you haven't done tonight?
Uh-oh, I know. I'll do her. Don't worry.
Get 'em.
It's coming in here.
You got about a quarter and a half left to get them out and go through them, buddy.
Okay.
I ain't going to be your daddy.
No way.
I ain't going to keep
Well,
following
we'll
you.
just go ahead, since you mentioned it. We do have here at Twin Lakes High School is Superintendent Dr. Rod Rich, Principal Dr. Kevin Karras, Assistant Principal Mr. Jim T. Garden. We mentioned earlier several times, you see a nice basket there by... Oh, they're going to take it away from him, too. Charging foul, Frontier. Our athletic director, Jack Woodruff. Head varsity coach, Mr. Rick Snodgrass, and assistant coach, John Athan. John Westfall, the JV coach, having a real good year this year. And boy, I'll tell you, he's just been a lot of fun to be around because he's been happy, he's winning, and he's even fun to be around when things aren't going great. So we wish that JV team continued luck in their season. The managers tonight, Tony Cochran, Jill Peppel, Abby Pitstick, and Chris Upton. We have a little note in here tonight that we wanted to kind of honor them out of the program. I want to go ahead and thank all those managers in the basketball program. First class program when you have all these kids working for you. High school staff and the junior high staff too. The freshman managers are Joel Rich and Andy Sprunger. The 8th grade managers are Amanda Reeser and Greta Hickman. And the 7th grade trainers, and I guess you could say student trainers, are Joel Corbin, Ryan Wybrew, and Robbie Colross. So those are all some people here we have that work as other parts of the game you don't really see. And we want to thank them for all the work they're doing. Our statisticians, we mentioned earlier, Scott Simmons, Barry Reeser helps out, Joel Rich, and also Mr. Patrick McTaggart, the principal here at the junior high. A lot of people take to run a program, Mike.
You bet. You got to appreciate those managers. Nobody really likes to do the work they do.
Well, I see Tony Cochran tonight doing a double job there. He's the a manager, but he's also our Indian tonight here at the
Is that
pregame.
Tony?
That's Big Tone down there.
He
So I get
looks
dressed
nice.
up and get fired up here for the big homecoming Frontier game.
That's a nice-looking Indian outfit he's wearing.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a little thing about that outfit he's got on. That is no fake stuff. Tony is, and his dad both, and his mom, I know, are quite active in the outdoor world there in the hunting and the muzzle loading, and that's a real live buckskin outfit that you see right there. And that's got a big old bear foot on it. We'll get a camera shot here sometime during the evening and get a good shot of Tony Cochran down there as our Indian mascot. You'll find out what he's got on is all real stuff.
Is that him there?
No, that's Ryan.
Oh,
That's Ryan Long Island. He's not an Indian.
kind of looks like one.
Well, he's been through a battle down there underneath the boards. I know, been knocked around on the floor.
There,
he is.
there we go.
Tony, there you see that outfit he's got on. Just talked about him a little bit ago. Both free throws good by Ryan Long Island. Pretty good stinky defense here on the Indians. Josh
Indians up by
Simpson.
19.
No good. Rebound.
Boom.
Ooh, jump ball. Jumped right in there, didn't he? Number 52. Boy, he's a big horse in there also, isn't he?
Yes, sir.
In fact, he's so big, I don't think he's in our program. I think he's a JV ball player.
Tom Harmon.
Surely not.
That's the JV number 50, Tom Harmon. There he is. 50's Todd Parrish. No, that's
Who's number 52? That's what I'm saying. That's a different guy there. They're sneaking him in on us, Mike.
What's the deal here?
I think it might be a guy off the JV.
I think you're right. Provo has that one.
They got kids in foul trouble, Mike.
Yeah, you're right there. Josh, he's going to take it down low, put her up, foul, no good.
No good. Number 20, Ed Seago, 5'10" sophomore. Going to send Josh Simpson to the free throw line. Josh averaging 5.8 points per game. Shooting 63% from the free throw line and 47% from the field goal range.
Casey just held up 4 fingers for Seago's 4th foul.
So I'll tell you what, that's going to hurt them. Sit him on the bench at 3:30 to go in the third quarter. 52-36 lead by Twin Lakes.
Free throw's good by Josh Simpson. See if old Josh can hit 2 in a row. There you get a good look at the old boy. It's up. No good.
Rebound by number 32. That'd be Todd Whitnauer. Whoops there.
Look out. We got to walk. I said he walked with it. You said he traveled with the ball. I think that's some cheer. What's Casey saying over there? I can't read lips.
11 turnovers for Frontier. Ben Weymouth with the basketball. Going to put one up here. Oh!
What the heck was that?
He dished off a pass to 2 guys in black.
There's a shot by Whitnauer.
No good. Rebound by that unknown guy. Probably
is
some
that?
guy named Jimmy. No, I will
Jimmy.
say. I think that. I mean, look at the size of him. I would say he's a 6'4" sophomore, Brent Baer. Now, I know his jersey says 52, and we'll go with that and see what happens.
Well, I like Jimmy.
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 Big 52 there.
Jimmy. There's Jimmy. Look at Jimmy.
Big kid. I
Does
bet you
anybody
he's-
know that person?
I'm just looking at the roster on the junior varsity, and I just about bet that's Brent Baer, 6'4" sophomore, young-looking kid, a big kid.
Hey, Mike. I got a name.
What's that?
Tony Reynolds.
Okay,
He on
Tony
there?
Reynolds. I don't see him on there anyplace, though, is he?
Yeah, well, I think they call him Jim for short.
Tony Reynolds. Okay, thanks for that information.
We'll
The
call
Masked
him.
Bandit's been discovered here.
I think we got a foul and a good bucket by number 22. We got a name for number 22. Are we going to call him James?
No, that's Christian Krentz,
Okay.
6-foot sophomore.
Indians, oh, I tell you, only up by 13 now. Frontier trying to scratching their way back into this.
Yeah, they are. Oh, we got travel on Twin Lakes. Two guys on the ball. Pebble Beach. That's just stay over here. Okay, thanks. Doing a little backcourt work there in the hallway. Mr.
Little police work there,
Yeah,
Mike.
police work back there. I tell you, you got a job up here at Channel 10 TV Sports. You got to also be monitors of the hallway duty back there at the doorway.
That's
I know
part,
Mr. Fletcher, Tom Fletcher, said, hey, keep them dang kids from getting back around here behind you.
you know, we can't do everything. I mean, we can broadcast.
Well, you know, that raise we got this year, we could probably go ahead and work that in,
You
our
think so?
contract.
We do have a buyout clause, though, don't we? Like, if we don't like it, we can leave or something.
Hey, probably there might be some people who might wish that. I don't know.
I got to start getting used to that patrolling kids. You know, I'm going to be having one.
Hey, I tell you what, I saw Darla down there. She's looking like she's doing really well. I talked to her earlier. I know you guys are due, what, a week or two here?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah, I'll tell you what, just don't want to scare you or nothing, but the first one always comes 2 weeks early.
Early. I hope she's on time. That's all I hope for.
Big rebound by number 52, Tony Reynolds. Ooh, look at all those white shirts down there in the rebound.
Whoa,
Come
look
out
out.
by Trent Provo.
Here we go, Hollywood.
Rick
What's he
Cosgrave.
going to do?
Sets it back up, I'll bet. Ooh, Trent taking a good shot. No good. 30, Jeremy Dunker with the ball.
Indians still up by only 13.
Not running away with them. Frontier doing a good job coming back in the ball game. Moving the ball around real well. Shot number 30, Jeremy Dunker. Uh-oh, looks like it's about time for Rick Snodgrass to bring some guys off the bench here. Foul, number 52. The Masked Bandit, Tony Reynolds.
That's Jim, Mike, not Tony. 3 fouls on Jim.
You're going to get a phone call from Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds, Tony's parents this week. I'm going to tell them where you live.
Don't do that.
Substitution for Twin Lakes. I saw the fly man, Shane Haseby, coming to ball game, and also Rocky, Brian Rothrock.
Brent's shots,
No
no
good.
good.
Can't hit them free throws.
Indians up by 11. Minute and a half left to go, third quarter. Frontier trying to scratch the way back into this one.
Travel on Jimmy, Tony Reynolds.
There he is, Big Jim.
11:38 left in the game, but it's IU 57, Iowa 50.
Oh,
Big
right.
score right there. You heard Gordon Sheffield. IU winning against Iowa.
We like that score. We got the VCR taped at home for that one.
That important of a ball game, is it, Mike?
Well, actually, it's not at our house. It's at Casey's house. I know Doc Corbin, #1 cameraman's taping that one. Yep, he's shaking his camera up and down there.
He's taking his camera up and down.
He's saying, go IU.
I haven't taped too many Purdue games this year, Mike.
Yeah, they're not worth taping. That's just a waste of tape.
Well, now, you got a couple ball games there where they were in it. They had the big IU game, and they had a chance to come down there. They decided to do a drop kick field goal, and it didn't work. So that's the way it goes.
Yep.
10-point ball game, Mike. Number 50 at the free throw line. Todd Parrish, a 6'3 junior, going to make his game a single-digit difference.
I tell you, Mike, I don't want to admit this, but, you know, getting back to the Purdue-IU game there, Purdue's going to be tough.
Oh, I
They
think
got
so.
a couple big freshmen there in McNary and Standback, and they get a shooting guard coming in there. They're going to do all right. So, Boiler fans, unfortunately, I'm going to tell you to hang in there because another year or two, you guys are, well, I don't think you're ever going to be beating IU again. But
IU
at
is
least you'll
pretty strong, too, don't
you
they?
may be beating the other teams in the Big Ten.
Frontier on that out-of-bounds play coming up here. Call a foul on Rick Cosgrave. Call the foul on Rick Cosgrave. The ball went out of bounds down here, and Frontier's going to close this gap down even more, Mike.
9 points.
We haven't had a very good quarter. We have not had a very good quarter.
Ask Casey. See maybe how many points. What was the halftime score? 37?
45-26.
45. There you go. We've scored 8 points.
Good math work.
They've scored dang near 20.
Dang near 20.
We've been outscored 18-8 the third quarter. Almost could be 20-8.
There
it may be.
Number 32 right there. You see Todd Wittenauer, 6-foot senior, dumping that free throw in. I'll tell you what, they're not missing their free throws.
Give them credit. They do nail them at the free throw line. Frontiers working their way back into this contest.
53-46. 7-point lead by Twin Lakes. Good.
Oh, big bucket.
Hey, we're going to make Josh Simpson turn this
Big
ball game
bucket.
around, I hope. Nice slice and dice move there by the junior, number 15. Josh, the eye sends him. Gets a free throw out of it, too, Mike.
Oh, I just kind of took charge there. He wasn't going to let the Frontier climb their way back into this one.
Well, I think it's what's going to happen. We kind of let the lull back here and kind of let ourselves sit back on our heels and let things happen. And all of a sudden, Frontier's back in the ball game. Now we're up 10. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter. 56-46, Twin Lakes.
Wittenauer.
Oh, out of bounds. Twin Lakes ball. Shane Hayes will be taking the ball out of bounds. Make something happen here with 42 seconds to go in the third quarter.
There's the
He
fly
traveled
man.
right there. Got a break. Fly man up.
Shane, look out there, bud.
Everything going.
He was a fly man that time,
He
flying
was.
through the air. Wittenauer nailed
Nice shot. Number 32. Todd Wittenauer, 6-foot senior.
8-point lead for the Indians. They're probably going to try for one shot. Got about, 12 seconds to go. Uh-oh, Frontier nails this one. They're going to cut it to 6. What's going to happen? 3? Oh, in and out.
Catch it, Mike.
Oh, look out.
Oh, nice catch
Somebody
down
caught
there.
it. Hey, we'll be right back in a minute.
Hometown Sports is brought to you in part by Joe's RV and Mobile Home Supply in Buffalo, Indiana, with a wide variety of truck caps in stock, including Jason truck toppers and many pickup accessories. Julie's Photography. A portrait by Julie is a feeling set in time, where you will get a portrait guaranteed for a lifetime. Foster Office Products and Main Street Computer. Everything for the office, copy machines, furniture, supplies, including computer hardware and software. Radio Shack for a great selection of car stereos, keyboards, and a whole line of computer software, located inside of Big A Auto on Main Street, Monticello.
You're watching Axe, Channel 10, Monticello. We're glad you're here.
Hey, we're back. Hometown TV 10. Mike, share with us that disastrous showing.
Okay, Casey Crabb just gave us a statistic sheet here. Twin Lakes is 16 of 30 from the free throw line for the game so far, and Frontier is 17 of 23. Twin Lakes has 14 fouls, and Frontier has 22 fouls. I believe Frontier's got 11 errors, and Twin Lakes, I know, last had 10. There's a shot by Ben Weymouth. Get her in there, Benny. There, bingo, Benny. Get us back on a 10-point lead, 48-58, 7:30 to go in the fourth quarter here at the homecoming 1991 Stags Gymnasium basketball game.
Now, Ben looked good on that one, just nice and relaxed, took his time, and went in. Maybe he'll get back on track. Frontier answers, number 44. Winback pulls him to within 8. I tell you, if Twin Lakes doesn't get the act together at the free throw line, they got their work cut out for them. Because Frontier's going to hit 8 out of 10 that they're shooting from there. Twin Lakes going to have to get on target. There's Benny.
Josh Simpson, rebound, he gets fouled, and makes the basket! Josh Simpson, big rebound. What is he, 5'4" or 5'6", and he gets the rebound, gets fouled, makes the basket.
Well, you're close there, Mike. He's 5'8".
Okay, well, I knew he was under 6 foot.
But that's more dramatic, see, when you said 5'4", 5'6".
Especially everybody else in there is 7'5".
Josh has got 13 points, Casey said.
Big game off the bench again tonight, just like at Carroll. And it's good.
He's making some key buckets here in the second half.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's making a bucket that counts because it's putting us up, you know, instead of only 6 or 7, it's making it like 9 or 10, and now we're up 11.
Indians sporting a different defense this quarter, a 1-3-1 trap.
That might make a little difference on Frontier's offense here.
Yep.
Ooh, there's a big steal by Ryan Long. Oh, he decides to hold it up. Jeremy Dunker on a good steal right there. Oh, nice foul.
Oh, we got a foul.
Uh-oh, he's not going to like that call, but that's all right.
Jeremy kind of thought that was a football. He's running away with it there.
Well, he thought he had a clean block on the back of the head, and he probably did, but he might have hit him with his body. I don't know. That's his 4th foul. So Ryan Long Island there, you get a good shot at him there on your TV screen, shooting a 2-shot free throw. Ryan Long this year is shooting 49% from the free throw line and 43% from the field. And again, I mentioned earlier, our team-wise, we're shooting 60% from the free throw line and 46% from the field. Ryan's averaging 10.8 points per game.
Trying to get the Indians. Oh, boy.
Can't get to go in, can we?
I'm telling you, Mike, the Indians don't hit these free throws, we're in trouble. Down in a game like this, late in the game, you either hit the free throws or you're in a nail-biter.
Yep, that's correct.
61-50, Indians up by 11. Looks like they're going to stay in this trapping defense here, put some pressure on the Frontier guard.
Ooh, nice cook there by number 25.
Yep, little help from the cheerleader over there.
Yep.
Brooke Schaefer grabs it, throws it in. Awesome job by Brooke.
Want to thank our Channel 10 crew for doing this game tonight. I know we was kind of pressed for some time, knowing for sure what we were going to. Nice shot by number 44 that time.
Lindbeck.
Jason Lindbeck. They had to be kind of pushed. We had a lot of things going on this week, swim meets, wrestling meets, girls basketball, and they said, we got to get the boys basketball game in here. It's a homecoming game, and see if we can't get things to work in. We're going to try to do this game. As you're watching, it might be the only time it'll be on this week, and that'll be, well, as you're watching it on Wednesday morning, I hope, Mike.
Yep.
You'll be at work, though, I know. You work usually an 8-hour day, don't you?
Oh, usually about a 1/8 of an hour a day, maybe. Oh, yeah, I'm there 10 hours a day, Mike.
Number 40, no good. 50 on a rebound. Pushes it up hard. Fouled by number 55, Trent Provo. Parrish did a good job there on the old pump and shoot there.
Parrish is going to have a chance to cut the Indian lead to 6.
61-54 with 5:33 to go in the game. It's not over until it's over.
That's right. That's what old Dandy Don Meredith used to say, wasn't it? Then he used to sing the old Fat Lady song on
That's right. And I'll tell you what,
Monday Night Football.
I don't see very many heavy-set ladies in this gym tonight, so it might be a long time before we see that girl come in and sing.
You're probably right. The Indians only up by 6 now. 5.5 minutes to go. Frontier.
Oh, nice pass in there to Trent Provo. Ben Weymouth, number 33 on the assist to Trent Provo. A great play that time. Oh,
we got a steal.
Look out, this is no problem. Boom. Rick Cosgray on the steal. Rick Cosgray on the shot. Makes it 65-55. Frontier's going to take a timeout, and somebody's going to get a butt chewing, Mike.
Up by 10 again, the Indians are. Hey, Mike, hey, basketball.
Hey, up here, girls.
Get the camera on them basketball girls
here
down
we go.
there.
We'll see which one don't throw us the basketball. Everybody's standing up. Everybody's standing up.
Basketballs.
Here we go. You see the bishop.
Hey,
here we go.
All right, all right.
It's time to catch a basketball.
Woo, up here, up here.
Go up here.
Oh, up there.
Hey, come on, weedy arms.
Oh, up here.
Hey,
Up here.
hey, hey.
Oh.
Oh.
Woo. All right. Oh, work it out, baby. Not any longer.
Oh, we got him rocking and rolling here.
Potato. I can do the twist. Come on, Mike, you know this one.
I forget the words. I know the dance.
Do you like it like this? Woo!
Hey, Nelly.
That's right.
Whoa, Nelly. I think the officials are waiting for everybody to get the heck out of the way. We're out there dancing and rock and roll on the basketball court, Mike.
I'd rather be singing than broadcasting.
Oh, close one.
Oh, he spiked it. He can't do that.
I tell you, we're getting a good break here. We got a big shot down here off a steal from Rick Cosgray, and then Frontier goes down after that timely timeout to get things straightened out, and they go down and they tried to spike a basketball and then end up traveling with it. So I hope that wasn't in the playbook for Frontier.
I doubt it. Let's see what's in the playbook for the Indians.
That didn't look like a very good play either.
Provo's knee. Josh Simpson steals it. Oh!
And first and 10 on the 15.
And that's a first down.
I tell you, good hustle on both people right there. Both the Frontier boy, number 50, Todd Perry, 6'3 junior, and also Josh Simpson.
Indians up by 10, 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. See if the Indians can hold true and maintain that lead, making the key buckets and hitting those free throws. Frontier certainly scratching their way back into this contest.
Well, they're having a real good second half. As you see that shot there by number 50, Todd Parrish. Again, you mentioned earlier, we scored 45 points there in the first half, and so far at this time, we've only scored 20 since then. And Frontier has scored a bunch of points here, 30 so far. Boy, Josh takes it in the middle of all those big guys. Dish it back out to Ryan Long Island. No good. Rebound, Ryan. No good. The rebound by number 40. Rodney Hall, 6'4 sophomore. Had a couple shots in the bucket, but didn't get her in.
Dunker drives, dishes off the Hall. There's Lindback. He's made some key shots for the Falcons. Dunker will try one, a little short. Out of bounds, Indian basketball. 65-57. 8-point advantage to the Indians. There you see the score. We got right under 4 minutes to go in tonight's contest. Don't leave that TV station. Stay here with us. You can see the outcome of tonight's game. There's Provo.
Wouldn't roll in, would it?
Nope.
Pretty good job getting the ball inside, but just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Indians in the trap. There's Lindback. He's a little long that time. Seago.
Good. Air ball to a shot by Ed Seago, number 20.
Down to 6 again, Mike. Frontier just never say die.
Can't put them away, can we, Mike? That happened last night against West Lafayette. You get up 8-10 points, and they get back within, 4-6.
Oh,
there's a good block.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be one that Rick Snodgrass is going to tell Josh we shouldn't have tried to push it that hard.
Oh, in and out.
Big rebound. Trent Provo, the diaper dandy.
Wonder how much longer we can call him a diaper dandy.
I don't know. He's doing pretty good.
He's out of diapers, isn't he?
You betcha. There's Bingo Benny doing a better job tonight. Getting some confidence back in that shot after a poor showing last night. But again, that happens.
There goes Hall. Trovo tried to block it, couldn't get it.
67-61, 2:30 to go in the fourth quarter. I tell you what, Ben Weymouth did a good job of drawing that foul.
Coach wants a timeout.
I think he's going to get somebody on the sideline over here. Ben, you'd be good not to go over there, I think, this time. Because I don't think he's supposed to shoot that shot. But he got the foul. We're going to get 2. Ben's been shooting a little bit better at the free throw line than his other teammates. He's shooting 77% from the free throw line and 50% from the field goal area, which is one of the better percentages that we have on a team. So you got to have a guy shooting a free throw right this time. There you see in your monitor, 67-61, 2:26 to go in the fourth quarter. Mike, what do you think?
Excuse me?
Hi, what do you think?
Just looking here at the tube, seeing all them pretty faces out there in TV 10 land.
Well, I'll tell you, we got a crowd here. I'm sure Mr. Woodruff likes these games where you come to Staggs Gym and fill them up. Frontier always a good draw to have here because no matter win-loss records, you always have a good crowd when you get a county rival.
67-61, Indians holding a 6-point lead. We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter.
Ben Weymouth averaging 17.1 points per game for Twin Lakes this year. Other guys that average in double figures, you have Trent Provo, 11.8. And also you have Rick Cosgray, 11.7. Ryan Long, 10.8. It's nice to have that kind of balanced scoring. That's a good one. That helps. 68-61. 2:26 to go in the fourth quarter.
See if Bingo can jump the lead back up to 8. He's not struggling at the free throw line, that's for sure. 69-61, there's your score.
Ben's got 14 points. Casey just showed us the stat here. It helped us out quite a bit. Boy, it makes it nice to have Casey sitting over here doing this. Nice shot there. Partially blocked probably by Provo.
Oh, here we go on the break. Simpson. Oh!
Pretty good foul. Pretty good foul. A safe foul. Number 32, Todd Wittenauer, stopped the shot from going in.
I tell you, that Wittenauer, I ain't too sure I like him anymore.
That was a good foul, Mike.
Yeah, no. He just too flagrant that time. He had another foul like that earlier.
He's just making sure that ball don't go in.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come on, Josh. Sink or swim, do or die. Stick a needle in a hoop. There you go. We'll take those anytime we can get them. That's 3 in a row for Twin Lakes. That's nice to have. It's not change the percentage on our free throw, I hope. Nope, no good.
You shut up and let him shoot. See what you do.
Every time. I do it every time.
Daggone it.
Way out front. Big rebound. Up.
Who's going to get it?
Well, I'll tell you who got it. Number 50 that time. Todd Perry, 6'3" junior, put the ball back in the hoop. 70-63 with 1:45 to go in the game.
Uh-oh. Oh, he can't. Yeah. Oh, what do we got? Uh-oh, what do we got?
4th and 11. Ben's got his arm around Josh. He said, I'm just going after a loose ball. What the heck's the deal? Oh, everybody from Frontier saying we're being mean and bully. That 5'4" guard just about killed that 6'4" senior.
That's right. I tell you, Josh is probably getting back at Wittenauer there, the way he hammered him on that last one.
Oh, you're going to have that when you have 16, 17-year-old kids playing basketball all night here. Hot, sweaty old gym at Staggs Gymnasium. Tempers get flaring a little bit. That's going to happen.
Indians up by
7. The free throw's good. 70-64 with 1:43 to go in the fourth quarter.
Still not out of this one yet, Mike. See if the Frontier Falcons can pull to within 5. Nope.
Don't think so. Big important rebound that time. Look out. Boy, they got them all over the place now, don't they?
They're just running. What's it going to be?
Make it. Ooh, foul. Rick Cosgray drove the bucket. Got fouled by Frontier basketball player there, number 50, I believe. That's correct. That would be Todd Parrish. Frontier substitution, number 22 in the ball game. That'd be Christian Krentz, 6-foot sophomore, coming in for Ed Seago. He might have got banged up a little bit down there on the end zone there, Mike.
Yes, sir.
On that one dive.
Those guys are thinking it's a couple more weeks here, Super Bowl 25 maybe.
Number 34 in the ball game. Again, there's another Jimmy in our roster. I don't have him in here. That's Jimmy.
Who is that man?
Well, they got some guys they've been switching in and out, I'm sure, this year, Frontier. Mike Harlow does a nice job over there hanging into things. Good track coach. Had some good track seasons over there at Frontier. And moved up this year as a JV coach in the past at Frontier, and he's the head coach at Frontier. Twin Lakes is 21 for 38 at this point in the free throw line. This will help to make another one.
38
You
free
bet.
throws. That's a lot of
22 for 39, Mike. And we're ahead 8 points, 72-64. Minute and a half left. Ball's going to be Twin Lakes.
Tell you a little bit of information. Will you be quiet and let me talk?
Go ahead.
Todd Parrish, junior, this big junior there, number 50 for the Falcons, is definitely a good role model for the young kids to look after. If I'm not mistaken, Todd is the valedictorian out of that junior class. I think he is ranked number 1. A good, strong football player, good basketball player. Just an overall great kid.
I know Jeremy Dunker, also a senior at Frontier, is also ranked very high in his class, too.
Is he?
Yes.
Probably because he's a track man, isn't he?
Probably is. And Dave Whiting would say because he has so much free time on his hands and not doing anything, he can study more than baseball players. He said always got to be too busy playing the game of baseball.
Yeah. I tried to get Dave up here at halftime.
He wouldn't come up?
No, a big old stone face wouldn't come up here.
He's a guy for all kinds of words, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Count that basket. That was a very smart foul on our part. Minute 17 to go. 74-64. They're going to count that basket and shoot the free throw. And Rick Snodgrass is bringing in the subs.
I'm not too sure I'd be emptying the bench here. We're only up 8 points. Couple three-pointers. This baby's a nail-biter. But after last night's contest with West Lafayette, the bench did come through, so Rick's probably giving them that opportunity again. Anyway, Coach Winings did decline to come up. He just wasn't interested in sharing his life story with me. And Dave, that's fine. I mean, if you want to be a party pooper, you know, you've always been a party pooper in the past. I guess I was just expecting too much out of you tonight. Whoa, boy, look out. Got another 1st and 10 down there.
Okay, we're in the clear.
Look out. Josh will take it. Jump ball.
Jump ball. Took it right into him. Took it right into him. Josh knew he did it, too. 1:06 to go. 74-67. Timeout. We'll keep her right here. We'll keep her right here. Next week's ball game you mentioned earlier, Mike, as we get ready to prepare for the last half of the season here and realize that we got a big ball game against Harrison and Mechanical. Both of them will be home, and as far as I know, according to our Channel 10 crew, we'll be doing both those ball games. Or if not both of them, we'll be doing one of them.
I believe we're doing, well, I don't know. We won't do both, but I'm sure we'll do one. Probably
I'm
Friday.
Sure we'll do one. I know that a big conference game against Harrison is always a good rival. And then Saturday they have Mechanical. Friday night we'll honor the elementary boys basketball teams, and at halftime we'll have the teams play for the enjoyment of the people who come. So next week, come and watch them Pee Wee basketball players. Whoa.
Gets a little bit of that TL Pep Band playing the old school song. Mike, you're stepping on my $5 bill.
What?
You're stepping on my $5 bill.
Hey, there's your season ticket, too. Don't forget that.
That's right. I can't
They won't
get
let you in here unless you got a season ticket.
I may never be able to broadcast again.
Out of bounds, stolen by number 20. Let's see, a nice pass over to number 22. It's up. It's good. Number 22, Christian Kritz.
What do we got?
Probably a foul on Frontier. They got to go after us, and I don't blame them. They got to stop the clock. They got to make us shoot free throws.
Is that Dunker's 5th?
I believe it is. Casey showed me a third quarter stat there where he had his 4th foul, so he's had a tough ball game tonight. I'm glad to see him getting around real well. He jumped real well off that leg. It's had some surgery on it. You see a brace on it. Hangs right in there.
Indians only up by 5. Big free throws for Cosgray. Big ones.
In the clutch. Count on the Hollywood. Rick Cosgray. Shooting one in bonus.
See if old Hollywood could nail him. Oh, Nelly. Made that one.
Oh, Nelly.
Keith Jackson. We went to the Keith Jackson School of Broadcasting. That's why we're
still at Channel 10.
Shame on you. And you got a certificate signed by that guy.
Don't worry about it.
Whitnauer, Hill Dryer.
Hope good. Rebound by Jeff Peppleby.
Pepple, we got a foul.
And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a stat on Jeff Pepple. It might surprise you. Jeff Pepple is shooting 72% from the free throw line, the second leading free throw shooter, and he's shooting 50% from the field goal range. So don't let that 4 points per game scare you a little bit about Jeff not being a contributor to this ball club. He does a real good job in the clutch positions to keep us in this ball game. 75-69 with 41 seconds to go.
Those 4 points are probably 4-4 from the free throw line.
That's right. Good job there by Jeff Pepple. Comes in the ball game, sticks the ball right in the hoop.
There you get a good look at the old Pebble Beach. Second shot's up.
Nope, no good.
Hard.
All right, this just plays good defense.
Frontier looking for shot.
Oh, charging foul on number 20. It's Seago. Put his head down, and he need a pair of shoulder pads on there.
He's out. That's 5 on
him.
too.
Look at Josh Simpson's head there. He's been all over the court. He's got dirt on his face, got some blood probably in there. He's been messing around there on the floor all the time. Casey Krabs run out of room on his scorecard to keep track of the fouls on Frontier. Well, I'll tell you what, Casey, there's only 32 seconds left, so we'll go ahead and extend those little boxes on there for your scorecard to get these fouls figured out.
Half a minute to go, fourth quarter. Simpson will take it back out for the Indians.
It's going to be a chasing match here, cat and mouse. It's our cat and mouse offense here.
Oh, look out.
Not big enough for cat. Good job by the Twin Lakes offense to keep things running. Ben Weymouth couldn't ask for a better guy to be at the free throw line. Shooting 77%.
Lead the team, isn't he?
Casey's going to give me a stat. 46 free throws that we've shot tonight. And how many have we made? 24, 25? Something like that. Okay, not very many compared to how many we shot. 76, 69. 13 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
We're not too far above 50% from the free throw line. I know that.
I'll tell you what, we've done a pretty good job here lately hitting some. We're kind of streaky. We'll hit 4 or 5 in a row, and then we'll miss 4 or 5 in a row. Yeah, we want to thank Channel 10 again. All those camera guys coming out here, volunteers. Got the people down underneath there in the hallway, keeping things straightened out. Give us some great camera angles tonight down here on the floor, beginning of the game. There you see your television monitor, 78-69, Mike. What do you think? Can we bring in the more plump, heavy-set lady to sing the song yet or not?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's about all she wrote. Don't go away from this station. After the game, we'll have some wrap-up statistics here.
Three-pointer out there, number 34.
Hey, we got a jam, Pebble Beach.
Ooh. That three-pointer down there by Frontier was by number 34, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
We don't know who he is, not in the roster here.
Does anyone know Jimmy? Last time we were trying to find out a name, one of the cameramans came up and told us who that guy was, so I suppose if we kept saying, who's Jimmy, he'll run up here again and tell us.
Shooting a two-shot free throw, number 51, Jeff Pebble Beach, coming up there.
We got 2 seconds left, Mike. Is that right?
That's what I have on my side of the banister.
Well, I got 2 zeros on this side.
I got 1, 2 on this side, so it must be 2 seconds.
Yep.
And they slowly start to file out of Staggs Gymnasium as Twin Lakes shuts the door for the chance for Frontier to win their first ball game. Mike Harlow there rubbing his eyes, rubbing his head, saying, what do I got to do to win a game? And really, his Frontier team has not played that bad tonight, come back in the second half.
No, they haven't. I'm proud of the guys. You know, that's what I'm saying. They're kind of like Purdue. Got a few young guys, and give them a year or two. They'll give people fits. That closes the contest. Indians win by 6, 78-72. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick word.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to bring you the following important message. This is John Solomon introducing Jay Magic Spry, Jim Kareem Mann, and Ron Spud Carter. We won't drop the ball on your insurance needs. At the Heine Agency, we want you on our team.